Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Tam O'Shanter. Just doing a little update, because I don't know what to do with myself right now. The reason for that is multiple-fold. The main reason that I don't know what to do with myself right now is, one, I've just gotten up. So, I mean, like an hour, almost 2 hours ago now. So I guess it's not just got up, but a little bit ago. I'm also a bit under the weather. I'm running a fucking fever again. It's ridiculous. I don't really feel bad. I do have a bit of a scratchy throat. I had a little scratchy throat yesterday, and I got snots, a little bit of snots, not a lot. So I think I'm catching a stupid cold, which is great because I need to have a shitty, bad cold when I go to my job interview next Thursday, because that'd be great. Hi, I feel so bad. But that's my luck. I'm gonna go to a job interview feeling like absolute shit, warmed over, and then ran over. Because that's how my luck works. So anyways, if you would like to send me good thoughts on next Thursday while I'm having a job interview, that would be fucking awesome. I don't know that what good it'll do me, really. But, I'm trying to start a new career at age almost 57. It's a couple months to my birthday, so that's not what most people are doing at my age. Most people at my age are not looking to start an entirely different career and start at the bottom of the fucking totem pole, not at the top. Or not in the middle, but at the bottom. That's what I'm looking to do, so you want to send me happy thoughts tomorrow, or not tomorrow? Well, you can send them tomorrow, too, if you want to. Next Thursday, the 21st of January. I also am, I feel kind of sleepy, even though I've slept all night. I slept pretty well, too, but just kind of feel icky, and so I think I might go lay and try to watch some Netflix. I was going to watch the Night Stalker documentary, or docu-series, I guess. That's a better way. I was trying to watch it last night, but two things kept happening. I kept falling asleep. That's one thing, and then, my internet kept dropping Netflix every now and then, which is really fucking annoying. So I woke up once and the Netflix is just doing the little circle with 25% on it, because that's where it sticks. 25%. If that happens, it's not going to ever start back up again. And yeah, that's what I was A, asleep, and B, the dang thing wasn't even working. So that's when I went to bed last night. I was like, fuck it. Just fuck it. And I didn't feel bad when I went to work, but I do now. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to play games. I want to do some Medieval Dynasty. That's why there hasn't been a second video on Medieval Dynasty. It's that I haven't played enough gameplay to have a second video, and I would like to do that. But I just don't really feel very well right now, and I feel sloppy. I don't know why sloppy sounds like the right word to describe it, but I just feel bleh. Not really bad. I don't feel terrible. I just shoveled in a whole bunch of food upstairs, for breakfast and everything. I just feel kind of tired and bleh, just bleh. That's what I feel like. I've watched a couple videos. That doesn't bother me. I think I'll watch. I'm probably gonna fall asleep if I lay down on the couch and watch TV, but that's it. The other thing that's happening right now, currently outside my door, is we're having a blizzard. So that's great. The furnace cleaning folks, actually, it's our heating and plumbing guys. I know the guy who owns the company, though I don't know if he would remember me. I knew him 20, 30 years ago, maybe. He probably wouldn't remember me. Maybe he would, I don't know. I doubt it, because he was kind of forgetful and scatterbrained 30 years ago, so I can only imagine 30 plus years later when he's older than I am by a fair bit. So I mean, he's probably in his 70s, so he probably wouldn't remember me. But He was always a good dude, and so I figured he probably had a good company. So that's why I've always used him, because I actually know the person who owns the company. But um, every year I pay a year in advance for furnace cleaning. They come out and do one, and then I pay for the next year, so that you just have to. Well, usually they call you. They'll call you and say, "Hey, you got a free cleaning coming up for your furnace. You want to make an appointment?" Sure. So they were supposed to come out today. They called maybe about 30 minutes ago, and we're like, could we possibly maybe want to reschedule this for a later date, since it's like a blizzardy outside? So they're gonna come next Friday, at the same time and everything. And when I say blizzard, the only reason that we are in a blizzard is because of the wind. We don't. There's not much snow outside. We've got maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches of snow. Not very much at all. But the wind is howling at, I don't know, 60, 65 miles an hour maybe. I don't know for sure. I know it was right around 60 last night. While I was down here last night, I was playing a little Subsistence and recording some gameplay for Season 3, even though I haven't even done Season 2 yet, all the way. And the reason for that is I wanted to play the new update and start all new and stuff. So I was playing Subsistence and last night, and I could hear my living room is under the kitchen and next to the garage. I mean, the garage is obviously above the ground. I'm downstairs, so... But I could hear, like, things bouncing off the roof. Things being trees. I think the limbs were still attached to the tree. We have a big-ass silver maple in the backyard. It's close to the house, because when they built these houses, they decided they need to put big farkin' trees right next to the house. And it's great for shade, don't get me wrong. But it also is a huge freaking tree. It's probably close to 50 years old, and so it's a big-ass silver maple tree. And it was reasonably strong, but, you know, we've had some branches break off. It's the damn sycamore tree. But I didn't hear many branches. The sycamore is on the south side of my house, in the backyard, and the silver maple's on the north side of the house in the backyard. And the silver maple is pretty strong. It does break branches when the wind blows like this, but the silver maple, the sycamore tree, that thing busted all the shit when we had the 85 mile an hour winds, because sycamore trees just aren't very strong. So last night while I was sitting down here, I could hear, it wasn't snowing or anything then, it was like 40 degrees. It was actually fairly temperate for this time of year, but the winds obviously were howling like hell, so I could hear bumping on my roof, off the garage roof, and then once I heard a bump on the other side, and I can't really go outside, and I mean, if I put on clothes and boots, because not much snow has fallen, like I said, maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches, but it's drifting because the wind is blowing 6,000 miles an hour. I'd have to put all that stuff on, go out in the cold, put on all kinds of coats and hats and stuff just to see if there's shit on my roof. And honestly, I can't be bothered. I don't feel well, and I'm not going to even bother. I left my MP3 player in the truck, but we'll retrieve that. I was going to retrieve it this morning, and then I looked outside and was like, yeah, no, I guess not. I'd have to put on all my clothes to go out there. I'm not running out there in my pajamas and flip-flops. That's why I wear house shoes. Crocs, actually, for house shoes. Don't laugh. They're very comfortable. They're ugly as shit, but they make great house shoes. Because Crocs don't do well in ice and snow. That's a good way to break your damn neck. So the battery's going to be dead as shit in my little MP3 player, but I'll go get it tomorrow. Hopefully. The whole wind and blizzard thing is supposed to continue on all day until about 6 p.m. tonight, so glad I don't have to drive in it, because that would suck balls. The local news was showing a video of the interstate. I take the interstate to my job, and almost the entire way there. And, you know, there's trucks jackknifed and cars off the road and down the freaking ditches and stuff. So I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. And also you have to be concerned about trucks falling over. We've had that happen. We had it happen not too long ago where a semi fell. The wind blew one over on the interstate and it landed on a truck. It hit the back of the truck. I don't know if the guy realized that the semi was going to fall on him at the last minute and shot forward, but he just got the back of the bed mostly, so the guy in the truck wasn't actually hurt, but the trailer and the truck tipped over on him. Okay, here's a helpful tip, people. When it's excessively windy and you're driving on an interstate or any road, really, drive on the same side of the semi that the wind is coming from. So the wind is howling out of the north here currently, so you want to drive on the north side of the semi-trucks. I don't care if it's not the passing lane. The wind is howling like a hell. If there's a truck out there, which I think is pretty silly right now. I mean, I get people need to go where they need to go and get done what they need done and get their loads where they need to go, but at some point you have to wonder when it's just too dangerous to carry on. I wouldn't drive in this as a semi-driver. Hell no. Hell no. So that's just asking to have something bad happen. But whatever side the wind is coming from, that's the side of the semi you need to drive on, because it's not going to fall on you if you're on that side. And I know it's probably very rare for semis to blow over on top of cars, but it does happen, and people do die that way. So I'm not planning like that. See, I'm a contingency planner, so I think of these things ahead of time. And yeah, I pay attention to the wind, and I drive the other side of the semis, the same side that the wind is coming from, obviously, because I don't want to get squished, because that would suck. That would really suck. Just squish. Oh, great. Now I'm dead. Fantastic. Driving along to work, and then all of a sudden, squish. You're like stuck inside of a tin can and crushed to death. Beautiful. Because I know how my luck works, so I don't tempt fates like that, see? So yeah, that's my day. It's blizzarding and I don't feel well. I do want to get back into playing some medieval Dynasty and some Infected. I haven't played either of those games in a minute. I need to get some more videos up. I have some Infected videos still that haven't posted yet. And I'm working on uploading Subsistence Season 2, Episode 4 currently. That's what I'm, the video that I'm rendering right now, so we'll get that up later. And I still do want to play through this entire... I know you guys are not watching the Walking Dead series. You should. It's a good story. Or maybe you've already seen it, or maybe you just don't care. I don't really know. But I'm going to play through it because I'm interested. So, it's been a while and I haven't played all of the games. So, you guys don't like Grounded? Why don't you like Grounded? I know it's kind of silly, but it's still a survival game. Not that all I play is survival games, but it does seem like that right now. It's a fun little game. You should try it out. I know it looks like silly, like a kid's game, and I think older kids would enjoy this game for a survival game. Because it's harder than it looks. I thought it would be pretty easy. It's not. It's a little bit more difficult than it looks. I still haven't figured out how to get the damn dewdrops off the grass. So that's something I still have to figure out, but I want to build a big-ass base out of stuff. Be really cool looking. So, watch Grounded, you guys. Watch Grounded. Just kidding. Watch whatever you like. But try Grounded if you do. If you have some older kids or grandkids, like, say, 10-year-olds. I think a 10-year-old could play this game pretty easy. And do pretty well with it. I would say younger kids would probably do pretty well with it, like maybe an 8-year-old even. But because there's spiders that try to get you and stuff like that, I guess it would depend upon your kid. If your kid is like easily freaked out or whatever, because you don't want to give them a game and then have them be terrified of spiders getting them in the middle of the night or waking up with nightmares and that kind of dumb shit. I didn't really have nightmares as a kid, and I don't have them even now. It's weird, I know, I don't. I mean, oh, that's actually sort of not true. I had what other people would consider nightmares, but I don't consider them nightmares because I wasn't scared in the dream. So if I'm not scared, it's not a nightmare to me. I don't know. I used to have a lot of dreams about the Nazis getting me. I watched a lot of World War II movies when I was a kid. Because, you know, Nazis were the overall bad guys in everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. Nazis, 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 you know. So I watched a lot of World War II movies, and Nazis are bad. And so yeah, I used to have dreams. I don't really have dreams about Nazis anymore, but I used to a lot. Even when I was a teenager, the Nazis were always trying to get me. I escaped from the Nazis once with 2 other people, walking on a cliff, backs pressed against the side of the cliff with the Nazi in the dark, on a little ledge on a cliff, way up on the side of a sheer face of something, like almost like a butte, like a really tall butte, like a Devil's Tower sort of butte, if you're familiar. But not shaped like that. I mean, that's like a volcanic thing, but tall kind of thing like that. And like walking on a narrow ledge above the Nazis down there with they didn't know we were up there, and they're down there with their spotlights and hounds, and they were after us. But they didn't get us. We got away. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop banging my gums. It's 16 minutes already in this video. 17 now, so. There'll be a video up later. I don't know when I'm going to put it up, but we'll get it up later. And I might put up a couple extra videos today, depending upon how I feel and how awake I am. I have a feeling I might sleep a lot today, so. Anyway, you guys be safe. If you're in my weather, Trucker Gamer, I hope you're not out in the weather. You might be outside of where we are, because you're west of me, I think, mostly. But yeah, watch out for the weather. Trucker Gamer for sure. If you're on the road, be safe. Everybody else, be safe. Be kind. Wear your mask, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.